Economic growth, without investment in human development, is unsustainable and unethical. The success of a society is to be evaluated primarily by the freedoms that members of the society enjoy. While I am interested both in economics and in philosophy, the union of my interests in the two fields far exceeds their intersection. Empowering women is key to building a future we want. Human development, as an approach, is concerned with what I take to be the basic development idea, namely, advancing the richness of human life, rather than the richness of the economy in which human beings live, which is only a part of it. Starvation is the characteristic of some people, not having enough food to eat. It is not the characteristic of there being not enough food to eat. Education makes us the human beings we are. It has major impacts on economic development, on social equity, gender equity. In all kinds of ways, our lives are transformed by education and security. Even if it had not one iota of effect on security, it would still remain in my judgment the biggest priority in the world. No famine has ever taken place, in the history of the world, in a functioning democracy. We need to ask the moral questions: do I have a right to be rich? And do I have a right to be content living in a world with so much poverty and inequality? These questions motivate us to view the issue of inequality as central to human living. Globalization can be very unjust, and unfair and unequal, but these are matters under our control. It's not that we need the market economy. We need it. But the market economy should not have priority or dominance over other institutions. It is important to reclaim, for humanity, the ground that has been taken from it by various arbitrarily narrow formulations of the demands of rationality. A defeated argument that refuses to be obliterated can remain very alive. The identity of an individual is essentially a function of her choices, rather than the discovery of an immutable attribute. Your voice is much more articulate, and people listen to you, if you've been to school. In family decisions, not surprisingly, the biggest impact in reducing fertility is girls' education. Human life depends, not only on income, but also on social opportunities, for example, what the state does for educating. Freedoms are not only the primary ends of development, they are also among its principal means. Imparting education not only enlightens the receiver, but also broadens the giver, the teachers, the parents, the friends. Human ordeals thrive on ignorance. To understand a problem with clarity is already halfway towards solving it. Economics, as it has emerged, can be made more productive by paying greater and more explicit attention to the ethical considerations that shape human behavior and judgment. Education could be a great vehicle for gender equity. It allows people to see what your rights are by reading. Quite often women, for example, may have rights that they are not in the position to actually make use of.